Saxon and I, despite the fact that we regularly buy and rebuild wrecked exotic cars and supercars, don't have a dealer's license, which means, like everyone else, we can't go to Copart without a broker. So here's where we bought each one of the cars from. Starting with my Lotus, we found this one on Facebook Marketplace. The Lotus Evora we found on Facebook. It was on the other side of the country. We flew to Los Angeles, drove up to Santa Clarita, and then cannonballed it back across the country in about 42 hours and 31 minutes. Not that I was counting. The Elise we found online, and it was for sale from a local Lotus rebuilder named Wirewheel. They're down in Vero Beach, and they are fantastic for Lotus parts or anything Lotus related. And they always have cars for sale. Would recommend. The Lamborghini Gallardo is where things get kind of interesting. On Facebook, there are about 4 or 5 different groups, and they are solely dedicated to people buying and selling wrecked exotic cars. Now, because this is done through Facebook and private sale, you don't have to have a broker or a dealer's license or anything like that. This one was found in one of those groups. My Cayenne is one of the only cars that was bought at a dealership. I drove to Zephyr Hills to pick it up, but we also found this on Facebook Marketplace. Saxon bought the Viper before we met, so I'm not really sure where it came from, but I'm pretty sure he had it shipped from like Louisiana. The i8 we bought down in Miami at a car dealer that specializes in, essentially what they do is they buy wrecked exotics from auction, kind of fix them up a teeny bit, and then sell them for a profit. You can usually find cars like this on Facebook Marketplace or in those Facebook groups I mentioned earlier. Super sketchy though. That's actually where a lot of the major car rebuilders that live in Florida that have YouTubes buy their cars, is a lot of those sketchy places down in Miami. The new Exige we found and just picked up, you guessed it, also Facebook. There was a really long time where pretty much everyone used Craigslist for cars, but since Craigslist started charging and Marketplace on Facebook is free and it's easier to keep track of a seller's profile, it's become a lot more popularized. So it's been a while since we found cars on Craigslist, but we do use Search Tempest and occasionally, keep an eye out for cars on Craigslist too. If you're interested in buying a wrecked exotic car, just go on Facebook and type in all the different variations of wrecked exotics for sale, wrecked supercars for sale, anything like that, and you'll typically find a lot of those major YouTubers in the group too.